Have you ever slid into your row at church or some meeting in the nick of time, frantically shushing the kids that are already starting to clamor for snacks, smoothing down the flyaway hair? You notice that your toddler has mismatched shoes, and you look across the room and you see her. She's sitting there with her hair and her makeup done, peacefully between her angelic children who are all wearing matching clothes. They were here way before you, and you think to yourself, she has it all together. I wish I could be like her. Have you ever felt that way? Or is it just me? Today is all about becoming the mom that you've always wanted to be. And no, it's not the lady across the room. In fact, it's probably not what you're thinking of. Hi, I'm Morgiana Anderson. I'm mom to 8 kids, and I'm passionate about helping mothers who are deeply invested in their children's mental and emotional health, happiness, and freedom. Not just when they're little, but throughout their life. Because parenting is the ultimate long game. If that's you and you don't want to lose your own health and happiness while you're at it, you're in the right place. So like and subscribe and stick around for a while. So we'll start with the easiest part, and that's what you see. That's what you see when you look across the room and you see that mom, the externalities. I've heard the word momiform. It's just the look. And that can be a part of this process, because if you can visualize who you want to be, at least you have a practical and repeatable template for looking like that person. So maybe you're the mom with the oversized sweater and leggings and slippers. Maybe you're the mom with the baseball cap and the ponytail. Maybe you're the mom with lipstick and high heels. It doesn't really matter. You just get to choose. But when you feel good in how you look on the outside, it can be the start of figuring out how to be who you want to be on the inside. I remember when I had my first couple children, I was horrified at the changes in my body and how my previous outfits and my previous clothes no longer fit or suited everything that was going on. It calmed things down a lot when I was able to find my mama form, even though I was still figuring out a lot of other things. Having a look that's aligned with who you want to be can jumpstart the actions and the feelings that you're reaching for. But it's not actually the most important part. Here's where it gets real. There are 2 sides to this deeper part. And we're going to start with the more universal side, the side that probably applies to all of us. It's what you might call the mother archetype, or this sort of universal general idea of what a good mother is or should be, the mother you've always wanted to be. So start with me right here and think of the best mom you know or knew. If we all got together and we shared these memories and these pictures, then we'd probably have a lot in common. The first thing we'd probably share is this sense of absolute love, of cherishing, of delighting in our being. It's that warm connection, that sense of being known and being accepted and embraced. Now, beyond that, this ideal mother archetype would be feeding you, nourishing you in ways that were filling and that were delicious and that were good for you, but also just enough indulgence so that you felt special. We think about things like mom's spaghetti dinner or grandma's chicken noodle soup or Aunt Janet's corn chowder. These are archetypal experiences of how a mother nourishes. This archetype would be deeply interested in how you rested. Maybe you have a memory of going to sleep wrapped in Mima's soft old quilt or the Afghan that Grandma made. I remember being a little girl and waking up cold just as my mom came in to check on me and to tuck the blankets around me. I didn't know how she did that as a child, but it felt like the perfect thing for a mother to do. She was making sure I had a good rest and was warm and safe. If you can think of her more, she would probably be playful, maybe creative, facilitating our interests and at least smiling along with our play if she didn't outright join in. She would probably be someone who believed deeply in certain things. And even if she didn't tell you explicitly what those things were, you could probably tell me exactly what it was she believed in because she lived for it. She probably held her community tightly and perhaps had a group of sisters or girlfriends that she confided in and that supported her. And maybe they bickered together, but they were there for each other. And this archetypal mother was probably someone who was deeply committed to your growth. While she was perhaps indulgent and always loving, perhaps she came at you sometimes with some uncomfortably straight talk, honest to set you straight when she thought that perhaps things were going in a way that wouldn't be good for you. Can you see her? Who was she for you? Probably no real human fully embodies this ideal, but I'm sure each one of us can think of someone who brought that sense, that spirit, that feeling into our life. She may be your real mother, or an auntie, the mother of your friend, or perhaps a teacher. Or maybe she's just a quilt of memories pulled from different people that you've known across the years. If you were lucky enough to know someone like that, let me know who it was in the comments. This is the mother archetype, and we can all access it. And if you're interested in knowing more about it and deepening your connection to that way of being, check out my free class that I have pinned below. But now comes the fun part, the part that's sandwiched in between that external mama form and the deep inner work of archetypal mothering. This is the part that's you. Because it's not enough just to be an archetype, a beautiful form like a statue up on a pedestal. It's your very humanity that breathes life into all of that and makes it beautiful. Your children don't want a robot. Your husband doesn't want a perfect person. They want you. So now we get to envision what makes you, you. Grab a piece of paper and brainstorm with me. Here's some questions to get you started. Pause as we go along to write down your answers, or at least to think about them. So start with this. What are 3 words you would choose to describe or define yourself? What are your highest motivating ideals? Fun and adventure? Duty and truth? Peace and comfort? Or strength and leadership? What does your ideal mom day look like? What are you good at as a mom? What do you struggle with? What's hard for you about being a mom? Now, some of these things can be interesting to get perspectives from other people on. Not for their validation. We're not looking for them to make us feel better about ourselves or put us down. Don't be offended by any answer you get. We're looking for information, not flattery. Like when my 7-year-old son was playing with the baby, he said, "Oh, she has the cutest little roundest belly in our family. Except for you, Mom. You have the roundest belly too." He's not wrong. Now, you stack all 3 on top of one another. Your mama form, your deep mothering archetype, and the you that's in between that makes it all come alive. Do you see where you shine through? Maybe you're the mom that likes to bake cookies and curl up on the couch with a blanket and watch movies and have deep conversations over cups of cocoa. Maybe you're the mom who's always running kids to sports and dance and other activities and make sure that your deep conversations are happening in the minivan on the way. Maybe you're the mom with fantastic fashion and fabulous imagination, and you're always decorating or redecorating with your kids and having dance parties and planning really cool creative menus. And maybe you're the mom who gets overwhelmed by the even thought of that, and you have very simple, minimal, thrifted furnishings and clothing. Can you see you shining through? I can. You're beautiful. The blend of that deep mothering framework with the unique individual that you are makes the magic. The mother you've always wanted to be. Lean into it. Dive into it. Embrace it for a week and come back and tell me how it went. When you feel at odds with your motherhood or unsure of how to be the mother you want to be, bring that vision back to mind and let it shine through where you find the lack. Do you need to dig deeper and embody more of that deep mothering framework? Or do you need to bring more of yours to your mothering? Or find your look and align it with the current state of your life? And if you find that you want to explore more about who you are and how to bring that out, you might like my video about how living in your creativity brings joy back into motherhood.